Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming today to the next session. I'm Rob from Hamilton Aquatics. I'm joined with Davor from Hamilton Aquatics as well. What we're going to go over today, what we're going to go through is a little bit of nutrition. So we are going to we're going to talk a little bit about our hydration today, and then the physical session after that is with Coach Davor. That's going to be a HIIT session. A HIIT session stands for high intensity interval training. So I'm going to go through this nutrition first, this hydration session. Okay. Okay, why is hydration important? Our hydration is really important because 75% of our muscles, 60% of our body is made up of water. It replaces the fluid that we lose. Even when we're swimming, we still sweat quite a lot. You can't notice you're sweating as much, but you still do lose heat through sweat. You lose your salts, you lose water through your body when you're sweating, when you're swimming, or when you're doing other activity as well. The reason that you sweat is to control your body temperature. It keeps you cooler. So symptoms of dehydration. So if you lose too much fluid, if you lose too many salts, these are the things that it can do. So it can give you cramp. That's when your muscle fills up with lactic acid. It contracts and it can be really, really painful. All right, now that's not the same as like a tight muscle. When it's cramped, it's your full muscle really tightens, really squeezes together, so you can't loosen it. You can't use that muscle. Fatigue. So fatigue is when you have overused the muscle. So if you're running and your calves are hurting, it's going to hurt a lot quicker and maybe damage that muscle if you're not hydrated properly. It happens a lot quicker when you're dehydrated. Sluggishness. So if you're not feeling too good, even though you've only been exercising or swimming for a few minutes, that might be because you're dehydrated, especially if you were doing a session that was in the morning where you've not had anything to eat, you've not had your breakfast, you've not had a drink before you've started a session. That's not going to make you feel too good. Headaches, a really, really common one. If you're not hydrated, if you don't have enough, your head starts to hurt. That's just because your brain uses so much water when you're to use your body efficiently. Your loss of appetite. So if you're not feeling too hungry, maybe after a really, really tough session, swimming session or physical session, sometimes you don't want to eat anything, and you just want to go to bed straight away. That's most commonly you might have dehydrated too much. You might have sweat out too much fluid, so you've lost too much weight in between a session, and your whole body just feels drained and you don't want to eat anything. That's not always the best thing to do. Just go to bed though. You do want to replace and replenish them sources that you've drained. Excessively hot and nauseated. I've experienced this one a few times, unfortunately. I've had heat exhaustion a couple of times since moving to Dubai, since moving to the country. As this climate is a lot hotter than the UK, which is what I'm used to, I have to overuse and sometimes have too much fluid, too much water to combat that. We don't always think about the climate that we're in. You always want to have more, you want to have extra when it's really warm. Now, making your own hypertonic drink. So there's 3 kinds of sports drinks that you get that can aid us. So you can get hypotonic, you can get hypertonic, and you can get isotonic. They're 3 different kinds of sports drink. Now, all of them have similar attributes, but basically what they do is they help you retain a lot more of the water that you're drinking. So when I'm doing my exercise, when I'm doing my training sessions, I always have 1 water, and then I have 1 isotonic drink as well. So you might see specific like Lucasade or Gatorade drinks. They're these sports drinks. What I use is these electrolytes, these isotonic tablets that I just put in a water. What that helps me do is retain a lot more water. So instead of wasting the water, sweating it out quicker, or going to the toilet a little bit more, this helps keep the water in the body so it can be used and help you maintain your sodium and salt levels. Okay, they're really important, because if you lose too much salt, if you lose too much sodium, that affects your body in the same way as dehydration. So mistakes that I've made in the past are I've had lots and lots of fluid, lots and lots of water, but I've lost too much sodium and salt and gone into heat exhaustion. It's quite easy to do in this country. Okay, so yeah, this just tells you how you're able to make your own hypertonic drink yourself, for you to be able to use during your sessions. We'll send out after the session how you are able to do this. Now, this picture is of Coach Ross. Coach Ross is on a training camp here when he was a professional swimmer training for the Commonwealth Games, and they were doing a little bit of research during this training camp, and it was about weight loss. So what they did was they weighed all the swimmers when they woke up, and saw how much they weighed. They measured how much fluid they were drinking. They measured them after the sessions, and they worked out how much weight they had lost through sweating, through perspiration. And what they found out when Coach Ross was in this warm climate, had a really, really tough session, is that he'd lost more than 2% of his body weight. Now, when you lose too much weight too quickly through sweating, through perspiration, you can put your body under risk. So if you lose more than 2% of your body weight just through sweating, which is quite easy to do, you can make yourself become dehydrated. You can get heat exhaustion, and it puts you under a lot more risk of becoming ill as well. And other than that, it affects your performance massively. Like I'm sure all of you have experienced when you're at a session and you just feel like you can't perform to your best, you can't race your hardest, you can't race your fastest. It could be as simple as you might not be as dehydrated as you would like to be. That's how much dehydration and hydration can affect your performance and your body. Okay, so a little task that you can do is to notice how much you are drinking, how much you are hydrated. Now, normally in cooler places of the world, they suggest that you should have 8 glasses of water a day. Here, you can almost double that. All right, so a little test for yourself is take note, all right, of how much water you're drinking. How much water do you think you drink a day? All right, if anyone has got any questions, then feel free to put them in the chat box. Myself and Coach Davo will be going through them. We'll have a few minutes for questions at the end. But if we've got any questions during the session, we'll be able to answer them as well. Okay, I'm going to pass over to Coach Davo now, and he's going to go through the HIIT session for you. Over to you, Davo.
Okay, hi guys, my name is Coach Tower. If you were here 2 weeks ago, you remember me. So for today, as Coach Rob told us, we're gonna have a HIIT workout. It stands for high intensity interval training. For today, I have prepared 6 pairs of exercises that we're gonna go through. I'm gonna go through each one of them and then just tell you the key points that you need to be aware of when you're doing them. Just make sure when you're doing the exercises that you're aware of your surroundings, that you have plenty of space to do them. And then especially if you're doing them inside, make sure that you have sneakers on and that there's nothing slippery underneath you. Because if you remember last time, we have done some duck jumps, squat jumps, and bunny hops. So these ones are we going to do today as well. So we're going to go through them again, just to make sure we do them properly. And because of those, just as I said, making sure that we do not have anything slippery underneath us, because we want to prevent any injuries that might happen. Okay, so I'm gonna share the presentation that I have prepared, that we have prepared for you. So just let me. Good. HIIT workout, as always, we have a warm up at the beginning. I'm just going to spend a minute on the warm up to explain. So if you want to know more about the warm up, just make sure that you visit Swim England's website. There's plenty of explanation, plenty of exercises that you can do. So just briefly, cardio, these ones are for raising our temperature. So the first one is jogging on the spot. Then we have high knees. These ones we're going to cover today as well. Jumping jacks and then kick your bottom. After that, there is a plan that we follow. It's called Warmup. So raise your temperature, mobilize your joints. So we have done these last time. I went through a couple of them. So seated neck rotations and upper trapezius. Then we're going to activate our body, double leg glute bridges, and then sideline clamps, and then prime exercises as push-ups or squats. So if you want to go and learn more about these ones, I strongly suggest you go to visit and go to the Swim England's websites. There's pretty much everything about these ones, and you can go through them. Okay, so for today, as I said, I prepared 6 pairs of exercises. Some of them we have already done, like mountain climbers, squat jumps, duck jumps, bunny hops, flutter kicks. So we're gonna have a couple of new ones. For each one, for each pair, I'm gonna show you how to do it properly, and I'm gonna say a couple of key points about that. So the first one that we have 4 push-ups and then 4 commandos. For the push-ups, if you think that you're not going to be able to do them on your toes, you're more than welcome to do them on your knees. I'm going to show those ones as well. So now I'm going to go through these ones first. So we have 4 push-ups and 4 commandos. For the push-ups, it's very important for you to keep your body nice and straight throughout the whole exercise. Okay, if you push your head down, your back is going to arch, which is not good. If you lift your head too much, your back is going to arch down, which again is not good. Okay, so your body, your head needs to be in the line. I'm going to show you the proper ones on the toes first. So from here, going down, almost down onto the bottom, and then push up as close to the ground as you can, and then push up again. If it is too difficult for you, as I said, you can do it on your knees. But then again, just making sure that your back is nice and straight throughout the whole exercise. You're going to go onto your knees. Your handstand is going to be shoulder wide. And then from there, going down and pushing up. Down, pushing up. I'm going to show you from this angle as well. So if you're on your knees, shoulder wide stand with your hands, going down and up, down, and then going up. Okay, the next one that we have is the commandos. It's pretty much the similar. So you're gonna stand, you're gonna start in the push-up position. you're going to be on your toes. And then for this one, you're going to go down onto your elbow with one hand, then to the other. Then you're going to climb up, back again. So down onto your elbows, and then going up again. For this one, it's very important to squeeze your core muscles to keep your body nice and straight throughout these ones. It might be a little bit difficult, but the stronger your core are, it's gonna be much easier to do. Okay, so squeeze those core muscles and then go down onto your elbows. It's like a plank position, then push it up. Okay, that was the first pair that we have done it. The next one is going to be mountain climbers and grasshoppers. They're similar, but a little bit different. Mountain climbers, you have done them with Coach Ross and Coach Grant. I'm going to show them how to do it either way. So what you need to do, again, you're going to start from the push-up position. Then you're going to bring your knee all the way underneath your chest, like you're climbing, and then you're going to swap with the other one, okay? So like in a jump motion, like you're climbing, again, keeping your body nice and straight and pushing your knee as much as you can towards your shoulder, towards your chest, sorry. So push-up position, back nice and straight, head in line, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, okay? The grasshopper is similar, but a little bit different. For this one, I'm going to show you from this angle so you can see it better. So for this one, you're going to need to touch your elbow, but with your opposite leg. Okay, so towards the left elbow, you're going to go with the right leg. So you're going to go, then you're going to touch your elbow with the leg and back down. Then the other one, back down. So diagonally to the side, you need to touch your forearm with your knee. Okay, so we have once again mountain climbers, and then from here into grasshoppers to the side, touching that forearm or even better your elbow. Okay, so that was the second pair. The third one that we have are squat jumps and knee get ups. Squat jumps, we have done them last time. So if you remember, you're going to put your hands behind your head. You're going to do a squat. And then from here, you're going to jump as high as you can and drive with your hands down to bring that momentum to jump higher. Okay, so down and then jump. Down and jump. Down and jump. Okay, these ones we have covered 2 weeks ago. So after the squat jumps, we're going to go into the knee get ups. So the knee get ups, you're going to start standing. And then from here, it's a similar like commandos. You're going to go down onto your knees. 1, 2. Then you're going to climb up, down. One knee, second one, up, up, down, down, up, and up. Make sure that your back is nice and straight. And once again, down, down, up, and up. So four pair squat jumps, going up as much as you can, 4 of them, 3 and 4, and then from there, knees get ups, down, 1, and up, 2, up, and then we have to do 4 of them. Okay, because this is a kid workout, make sure that, as Coach Rob explained to us, you drink plenty of water to stay hydrated. Okay, and then the 4th pair that we have are high knees and tuck jumps. For the high knees, you're going to do them. This is the easiest way. You're going to bend your elbows at 90 degrees and you're going to hold your hands in front of you. Okay, so this is at 90 degrees. And then what you need to do is to bring your knees all the way up to your hands. Okay, so you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, if you're not bringing your knees to high enough, it's not good. So easy way to check, keep your hands in front. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, after this one, we have tuck jumps. So for this one, as you remember, you need to jump as high as you can and then bringing your knees all the way up to your chest. I'm going to show you how to do it. So going down and then jump, bringing those knees as high as I can up to my chest. But then again, I want to jump as high as I can as well. So down, jump, bring those knees up, bring your knees up. Okay, that was the fourth pair. For the fifth one, we have body hops and head, shoulder, knees, and toes touches. So body hops. For this one, I explained you last time to be extremely careful because you need to jump forward and high. So just make sure that you have plenty of space. If you don't have a lot of space like I do, then just try to do the maximum that you can. But again, just being safe at all times. For this one, I said go down with your knees at 45, hands behind. And then as you jump, you're going to bring your hands up in the air. And then as you go down, it has to be nice and controlled. So I'm going to demonstrate. So I'm aiming to go high and then to go further I can. Once again, bend my knees, arms back. As I jump, arms up. And then a very important thing that I also explained last time, as you're going down, make sure it's nice and controlled, keeping your back nice and straight. And then as your knees are bending, nice and easy, and then just go back again. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes touches. This one is again in a push-up position. So I'm going to show you first from this angle. So from here, push-up position. You're going to take one hand, you're going to touch your head, shoulders, knees, and then go for a toes. Then you're going to go for the other arm. Hand, head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Then swap, head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Okay? Just one more time for this angle, if you can see. So head, shoulders, knees, toes, back, head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Okay? The next one, the last one that we have for today is butterfly sit-ups and flutter kicks. So sit-ups, you know, I'm guessing that you already know how to do them, but these ones are a little bit different. I'm going to show you from two angles, just so you can see how to do them properly. So what you need to do is to bend your knees, bring your feet as close to your body as you can. Okay, your knees are going to go apart, but your feet are going to stay together. So you can put a sole onto a sole. You're going to go back, lie down, and then from here, you're going to go up, all the way up, tuck in front of you as much as you can, then go down. I do not have plenty of space to show, but keep your arms nice and straight behind you, like in a streamline, then going up and touch, up and touch. I'm just going to show you from this angle as well. So your soles together, feet as close to your body as you can, knees apart, then going down and up and touch, up and touch. The pair for these exercises is the flutter kicks. I think we have covered this one as well. You're going to be lying down onto the ground. For this one, extremely important, keep your feet straight at all times, okay? So do not bend your knees. They need to be super straight with pointy toes. They're not allowed to touch the ground. So they need to be slightly above the ground, or you can lift them a little bit higher if you want to. And then as you kick, so flutter kick, alternating kicking, like you're swimming front crawl or backstroke, keeping them nice and straight. It's an excellent one for your core muscles, okay? You can put your hands underneath your bottom, or you can put your hands into the streamline if you want to make it a little bit more difficult, okay? So just making sure that for each exercise that you do, it's a quality one. So just making sure you do them properly. So if you want to do it first time, just think about the quality, don't think about the quantity, because we need to do them nice and properly in order to have the proper result. Okay, thank you guys. We're gonna go into the questions. So if you have any, just make sure that you put them in the Q&A box, and then me and Coach Rob are gonna go through them and answer them. Okay, so if you can see, if you do the proper HIIT workout, you're gonna start sweating straight away. Rob, want to add anything?
Yes, we had a question about the HIIT session. So how long do we do this for? So for a HIIT session, it's got to be really short but intense exercises. All right, so for the exercises that we did today, we're going to send all that information out after, and you are going to do either 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off, or if you're feeling a little bit faster, a little bit fitter or stronger, you can do 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. So for each one, you see how many rounds through you can get in them 20 or 30 seconds. So we'll send you all the information, all the circuits that we've got for you, that we've done this week for the HIIT session, and that we've had in previous weeks where we've been learning a little bit more about our warm-up and our core. We'll send you all the information for all of the weeks and adding in this HIIT session. Our HIIT session is a lot more for our fitness than our core and our warm-up that we've done in previous weeks. All right, thank you for that question, just to clarify. We've also got one about hydration. How much do we need to drink per day? So in Dubai, as it's really warm, I would recommend having 3 liters or 4 liters of water a day. But especially if you're doing sport, I wouldn't only have water. So what I would do is have water and have an isotonic or a hypertonic mix as well. That helps you retain a lot more of the water. That helps your energy levels stay higher as well. Okay. We've not got too many other questions with that. If anyone's got any other questions, then you can ask them now. If not, we'll leave that session there for today. Thank you very much for everyone to join in today, and we will see you all next week. All right. Thank you, everyone. Bye.